I actually really like all the Gen 8 starters despite their underwhelming design, and I believe the only downside is them not having a second type. I like the themes they represent, and I think they're far from being terrible. Sure, they had potential for something better, but I'm a fan of all of them, and I believe that their design show great personalities. Lower your pitchforks, this is what you came for. You've seen the title of the video, 10 controversial takes I have about Pokemon. Comment down below your hot takes, I would love to hear them. Let's talk about the next 9 opinions. There are better rivals than Blue, honestly. He's kinda mid. The thing carrying him is the fact that he's the OG rival, but he has not that much of a personality besides being a jerk and no character development whatsoever. He never changes based on the losses he takes, and he certainly shows up without too much context given, especially in Silph Co. He feels like a simple obstacle if anything. Pokemon Diamond was my first game, but the entire reputation of the Gen 4 Sinnoh games is highly carried by Platinum. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl were so slow as games and offered a very little amount of variety in Pokemon to find, which is why you see this stereotypical team everywhere. The games felt grindy and lacked a lot of content. Platinum covers all the flaws of Diamond and Pearl and makes itself one of the best Pokemon games of all time. The elemental monkeys are not that bad. Never understood the hate for them. I can see why people wouldn't have Simisear as their favorite, but come on, their hate is blown out of proportion. I personally pick one up every time I play Pokemon Black and White, and they're decent, especially Simipour, who has a chill vibe. I think Garchomp Z should have never been a thing. It has no story relevance whatsoever. There's a couple of more pseudo-legendaries without even one Mega Evolution. Why give it to Garchomp? And honestly, they could have given a Z evolution to Charizard instead. I'm kidding. In all seriousness, maybe Alakazam should have gotten it with a second typing and maybe with knives instead of spoons, you know. I usually talk about games, but for this one, for the anime, I think Ash losing nearly all regional championships was great and made the show better. However, he should have won it in XYZ instead of Sun and Moon in my opinion. The Sun and Moon win was great, but Prime Ash, aside from Journeys, was XYZ Ash and he got robbed by a freaking Charizard. Terastallization is probably my least favorite gimmick. It's one of the best competitively, but concept-wise, I think they could have done it a lot better. All gimmicks before that had special forms or signature versions for some Pokemon. Not Terastallization, and that's a huge missed opportunity. Check this video out for more. I used to hate Mega Starmie. Now I really like it, and I'm glad they chose this goofy design. Many people think it is the worst Mega Evolution, but it's definitely not by far. That title goes to Mega Pyroar. What were they thinking? I believe that Pokemon X is the most revolutionary Pokemon game. Mega Evolution, first 3D game, character customization, and I have many more reasons why, and you can check this video to know them all. This one is really gonna have swords pointed at me, but I truly don't care that Flygon doesn't get a Mega Evolution. We have a lot of other dragon types with Mega Evolutions. Flygon is already pretty strong. I think there are weak Pokemon that deserve it more, like Sunflora for example. Anyway, that's it for me today. Do know that these are my opinions and I know that some of them are pretty controversial. Drop yours in the comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.